Sorry, I didn't realize we were starting.
The wine's good. You need sometimes. There are some days on this project where you need lots of wine. So.
Yes.
So we have been live. The Sylva house in Bart Cove has been live now for 2 groups. Yeah, we're super happy. At least I'm super happy with the way it came out. And it was a lot more work. The funny thing is, this house was 1,200 square feet, but the biggest project I feel like we've taken on. Yeah, the thing about these houses, I get excited about the project when we buy them. Then when we start, I'm excited for the first day or 2 to actually start working on them.
Yeah.
And like, I'm anxious to get in there and start like remodeling and ripping
it's fun
stuff.
at first.
And then we bought this place in May, middle of May, and it's
the
now,
first weekend we went out there was Memorial Weekend, and spent the whole weekend working.
And now it
was about 4 months. Well, I guess it was just over 4 months.
Just over 4 months. We anticipated maybe a 2-month project. Then we just had a busy summer.
And you did all that work while working full time.
Yeah, that's true. That was full time.
We hired out several of the things too.
And in the process of doing this, I kept thinking, I just need to break away from my job. And I've already felt that way for a while, but when I realized how much I enjoyed this process of remodeling the houses, just more and more in me, I just thought, this is what I want to do.
And do the physical work.
Yeah, I wanted to physically do the deck. I enjoyed that process and everything. So it was a lot of work, but it led us to be at the point where I could quit my job, and now we're just kind of dedicated to this. We're trying to focus in on doing more projects just like this, or development, or all kinds of different things. But yeah.
That's a good intro. Let's get to the video.
Okay. We had a lot of rotten wood at the bottom around the skirting of the house, so we had to kind of cut that out. And it took a lot of plywood and things like that. In the kitchen, we had ugly countertops that were for sure had to come out. They were just very unattractive. And it is easy to get countertops off because they're literally screwed in with about 8 screws from underneath. Why did we choose butcher block?
Well, we've used it before, and it's inexpensive but beautiful and hardy. And this time we finally finished it well, so it should be very long lasting without stains or water damage.
Yeah, there's a lot of debates when it comes to what you finish butcher block countertops with. There's different, some people think of it oil, some people think of poly, things like that. I can't remember what the stuff is called, Hellman's or Hellman's, and I was pretty happy with what it came out with. It is more work. I mean, we're sanding, and then we're staining. I did 3 or 4 rounds of sanding with different grits of sandpaper, and then cleaned it off, and then did 3 or 4 coats. I think 4 coats of the stain. But in the end, I was pretty happy with the way it came out.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And we also debated on the kitchen sink and the color, because initially we were going to go with all gold handles and faucet and all that kind of stuff, but kind of veered away from that after seeing it on. And
it would have looked good, but it was harder to find.
Yeah. The ceilings in the living room were really rough, and just really bad texturing job. And in the kitchen, it was all that old tile looking, which I didn't really like either one of those. So we hired a guy to do the sheetrock, which is about $3 a square foot to install. We bought the sheetrock ourselves, and we also put up the 1-inch by 2-inch boards to kind of build out the ceiling.
You did all the prep work yourself.
Did all the prep work ourselves, yeah. But in the end, I'm super happy. It just looks so much better. The ceiling looks so much better. Looks crisp and clean. Got to buy myself a nail gun too, which is super exciting. I've wanted one for a long time, and Lowe's has these on sale. It's like $200 for a compressor and 3 different kind of nail guns.
There's Bennett helping. That's our big helper. Always looking for a job.
He loves helping out. He's good at it too. The flooring is a big bang for the buck too.
Not so bad.
We hired somebody. In the end, it was about $1,000 to do all the flooring. I'm glad we did it because it makes a big difference. In the one bedroom, we also had tile ceilings. We ripped the tile off and then replaced it with board and bat. No, what's it called?
Tongue and groove.
Tongue and groove, yeah, which I think also looks really awesome. That's a pretty affordable way of doing it now. The deck was one of those things that just lingered for a long time, and it was like I kept trying to think: could I sand it down? Could I paint it with some kind of thick stain that fills in all the cracks and things? But in the end, it just needed to be replaced. So we did. We waited for lumber to come down in price because it was at historic highs, of course, right in the middle of it all. The boards were like double the price. It was just crazy. And so we held off till the end, and luckily at the end, that's when they crashed back down to normal prices. I ripped up all the boards. Had a little bit of help from another handyman that I hired to do some work, but for the most part, it was me ripping it up and laying it out, and it was a lot of work. But in the end, I just feel so good about it. I feel like it looks so much better.
It kind of transformed the place on the outside. I mean, it made a huge difference. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, and this stuff is actually kind of expensive. It's normally $80 for an 8-foot stretch of it at Lowe's. I have a local supply shop did have it on sale, and it was $30 a sheet for the exact same board, and it was half a mile down the road.
Well, it's official. We just finished the house. I did about 5 minutes ago. So we're officially launching. Actually, our first guests, nothing like the 11th hour, they're supposed to be showing up this evening. They could check in as early as 3 o'clock, and it's about 4 o'clock. So they could already be here. I'm grateful to be done though. We have a nice creek with little waterfalls all along the way. Next to that, got the fire pit. Added that recently. Picnic table over here by the creek. And there's the house fully painted with a new deck and new railing. So here's the front. Got a ramp here. This covered porch area has been completely covered with stuff, a refrigerator and tools, and it's finally complete. So this will be nice. Happy little Sasquatch there. And some games and DVDs. We encourage the DVDs because we have bad internet out here. So that's a challenge. The kitchen, which was a lot of work. Probably our biggest piece of this thing. New backsplash, newly painted cabinetry, new countertops, new shelves, new white paint for the walls, new appliances, fridge, dishwasher, oven, new lighting, new ceiling, new table, new trim. Check out the sunroom / tower / sun tower. Are those two chairs over there on the right turn into beds, and then we make our way up the ladder stairs. Be careful as you step up because it's kind of steep. We got an extra queen bed in here. Just looks out on the vast amount of trees out in the backyard. Out at the 5 acres of land over to the side. I had to do something weird with these side tables because of all things, that wall has no outlets. 0 outlets. This room is a significant change from what it was before. We just got a door on here. It hasn't even been stained yet because we just didn't have time. And that's the house. Excited about how it's turned out. Hopefully these first guests are happy.
Ready to move on to the next one?
Ready to move on to the next one? Are you?
Nope. In the middle of it, I always want to quit.
We're learning our roles. We're learning what we enjoy about the project. I think finding the sweet spot of what you love doing. I feel like there's a big payoff in the end.
I want to retire there.
Yeah, I could see that. That's it. Until the next one.